Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup routine. This is an updated makeup routine video. I've done this one before, but I've kind of been using some new products and techniques for the last couple of weeks, and I am super happy with this kind of look that I've been wearing almost every day, so I decided to share it with you guys. All the products will be linked down in the description box, but let's just get straight into it. The first product I'm going to use is this lip balm by Verso, and I just put this on before I do my makeup so that by the time I do my lipstick, my lips are nice and moisturized and just really soft. Then I like to prime my face with this Marc Jacobs coconut primer, and I love this. I like to use quite a lot of this because I like having a really moisturized, almost like slippery base for my foundation. My favorite foundation at the moment is the Marc Jacobs Shameless foundation. I love this because it's so easy to apply. It's a great color match for me as well. I find that it doesn't dehydrate my skin, it doesn't cake, it wears really well. It's just the perfect foundation for me. And if I have an event to go to or I kind of want a more full coverage look, then I will go in with a brush or a beauty blender. But on an everyday basis, I actually just use my fingers, and this is so nice and easy. First, I kind of use a spreading motion, and then I will kind of press / tap it in, and that works really well for me. Then I use the Ellis Far concealer. This is kind of like the Touche Éclat concealer by YSL, except this one is cruelty-free, which is great. And it gets really hard to open when I have foundation all over my hands, and that's also why it's so dirty. But this is just a really great everyday concealer, and I apply this straight with the brush wherever I want to highlight or maybe cover some more redness, and then I just blend that out with my fingers as well. And after this step, I usually go and wash my hands, so I will be right back. Okay, so the next step is to set some of that concealer / foundation with my Mercier translucent powder. You guys have probably seen this one before. It is the best. I have tried many other powders, but I always come back to this one. And I usually just set sort of around the center of my face. So I do under the eyes, of course, on the eyelids, around the nose and the chin, and then sometimes just random spots that appear to be a little bit too shiny. It kind of depends what I feel like, if that makes sense. Then I do my brows. This is actually my least favorite makeup step, and I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. This one is broken, so I need to use a separate like spoolie to brush out my brows. I always do that first, and then I just use the pencil to fill them in. Pretty boring, and it's always the same. I think that's why I hate doing it. Those are my brows all done. They can look a little bit dark when the rest of my makeup isn't done yet, but I promise you guys it's all gonna come together. So what I do now is I actually set my brows a little bit. I learned this from this random like YouTube video that I watched with Shay Mitchell and her makeup artist. I will put it on the screen, but he basically talked about how putting a little bit of powder on the brows after you do them helps the color just last longer. So I've been doing that. I hope it works. Then I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, and I just brush my brows up again because I really like that shape, and this gel just helps them stay in that shape throughout the day. Then I use this Omega Bronzer by Marc Jacobs. This is a new favorite of mine, and it was actually sold out everywhere in Australia for ages, so I'm so glad that I got it. It's truly amazing. I get why it's so hyped up now, and I just use this to bronze up my face. I do my cheekbones, my jawline, and my forehead a little bit as well. My new favorite blush is also from Marc Jacobs Beauty. This one is incredible. It's so good. as an everyday blush because it's not too out there. I don't like a blush that's too bright on me, and this is very subtle, but it's also buildable, so I would recommend this if you are looking for a really natural blush. And I've actually been putting some of this on my nose as well, and this is kind of a trick that a bunch of celebrities have talked about recently, how this kind of makes you look like you've just been in the sun, and I feel like it works. It's a bit random, but I've been really liking it. I do love using a lot of different highlighters, but I keep coming back to this one from Inglot. Kind of a random brand. I feel like no one talks about it, but this highlighter is amazing. It gives me the most beautiful glow and I love the color. Then I just dip back into the bronzer and I put a tiny bit of this under the tip of my nose, and I feel like this just lifts the tip a little bit. And then I also go back into the highlighter and I put some of that on the bridge of my nose and also the tip. And then I also highlight the inner corners of my eyes and the cupid's bow. Then I use this liquid eyeliner by Stila and I just do a little wing. Sometimes it's a little bit bigger, sometimes smaller, but the most challenging part is getting the second eye to look like the first one, in my opinion. So I kind of just take my time with this and keep adding a little bit more until I like what I see.
Pennies in a stream, falling leaves, a sycamore.
And once I'm happy with my eyeliner, I will go in with the Kevyn Aucoin lash curler. This is my favorite eyelash curler, and I just curl my lashes, obviously. And then I use this mascara by Marc. This is my favorite mascara of all time, and I do the one eye first and then I curl the other eye and put mascara on the other eye, and I also do the bottom lashes always. My favorite lipstick at the moment is by Too Faced. This is just the perfect nude for me and it goes on so nice and smooth. It's just the perfect everyday lipstick. And now I'm just grabbing a dark brown eyeliner by Marc, and I'm covering up this little blemish that I have under my lips and I'm turning it into a beauty mark. I think this is such a cute way of covering a little blemish. And then I just use some translucent powder once again to set this one in place as well. But I have a few beauty spots and marks to begin with, and I think they're so pretty. So this is a fun way of covering up a blemish and changing up your look a little bit at the same time. And that is the finished look. Let me know what you guys think. I'm in love with it because it just goes with everything for me and it's so easy to do, and I love all the products that I use, and I just think this is really cute, a very classic look. It's pretty timeless as well, and of course I love a good wing. I have lots of days where I don't wear any makeup at all, but if I do feel like doing a full face, this is what I will go for, and this is what makes me feel really comfortable and beautiful. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave me a thumbs up and subscribe for new videos every week. I love you all so much, and I'll see you soon.